right when I listened to it. I was like, oh yeah, the world's okay again. Something about the other one is Golden Hour. Have you played Golden Hour?
Oh, from Demons.
That's Golden. There's one called. Have you played Golden Hour? It's kind of like ordinary. It's a piano part. It's a piano piece, so it works best on piano. I feel like I've done it in string quartet. Anyway, it's also lovely. The academics, so they're not all possessing in just the chosen few.
That's confusing. Yes, hierarchy.
Do you think it'd be the same guy again getting his doctorate? Oh, someone else. No doubt. Don't think anyone will be giving me an honorary doctorate. I've decided at this stage in my life now, I better pull up my socks if I want to get an honorary doctorate from somewhere. Just put a D on my head. Maybe just as simple as that.
PH. You already have it.
PH, I know that.
Good afternoon. May I have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen? We're about to commence the ceremony. A gwine úsla, a hús mahori, a réim cevaha agus a corda. Tá fáilte roimh go léir chuig an océad speisialta seo in Ulscoil Technolecta na Mún. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this afternoon's conferring ceremony at Munster Technological University. My name is Dr. James Walsh, and it is a great honour personally for me and for my department, the Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences, to be nominated to be MC for this afternoon's conferring ceremony. My role here today is to guide you through the protocols and procedures associated with the ceremony, which is being streamed live and available on the mtu.ie website /conferrings. I am sure you will all join with me in welcoming all who are watching the ceremony from their homes or places of work around the world. At this afternoon's ceremony, here in MTU Kerry, graduates from 6 departments across 4 faculties in the university are being conferred. We have graduates being conferred from the Department of Hotel, Culinary and Tourism, from the Department of Business Studies, both in the Faculty of Business. We have graduates in the Department of Creative Media and Information Technology from the Faculty of Creative Performing Arts and Media. We have graduates from the Department of Computing and the Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences in the Faculty of Science and Informatics. And lastly, we have graduates from the Department of Technology, Engineering and Mathematics in the Faculty of Engineering. The range of disciplines being represented today by our graduating class of 2025 is reflective of the very varied range of programmes being offered here at MTU Kerry. Congratulations to one and all on your great achievement. Now, some safety notices. In the interest of your safety, please note the location of your nearest exit. Exits are located at the front and the back of the hall on both sides. Please take a moment to note the exit closest to you. In the unlikely event of an evacuation being required, an announcement will be made from this podium. Stewards are available and will provide assistance. Please walk quickly and without pushing or impeding others to the nearest exit. Do not attempt to re-enter the building until advised to do so by security or university staff. We would ask you also to please keep all aisles and passageways clear of belongings throughout the ceremony. The academic procession will come down the centre aisle and graduates will be moving around the other aisles during the ceremony. If anyone needs assistance during the ceremony, please let a steward know and we will endeavour to help you. Now, at the commencement of the formal conferring ceremony, I will be inviting you all to stand and to remain standing until all members of the academic procession are seated on the platform here behind me. This afternoon's ceremony will be chaired by Dr. Brendan O'Connell, who is the Dean of the Faculty of Science and Informatics. The sign language interpreter for today is Catherine White. At the end of the conferring ceremony, I will again invite you all to stand and remain standing until all members of the academic procession have departed the auditorium. Importantly, please note that after the academic procession has departed, I will ask all of you to be seated for a short time, please, to allow for final announcements and then to allow the stewards to facilitate an orderly and safe exit for us all from the auditorium. Now, graduands. Soon after the academic procession are seated on the platform here, the President will introduce and commence the conferring ceremony. When she has finished introduction, we will require each row of graduates to proceed to the platform as directed by the stewards. Please proceed to the platform in the order in which you are seated, as you are listed in that order in the booklet, and parchments will be presented in that order. When you approach the platform here to my left, please wait at the end of the ramp until the head of the department, who will be standing here at this podium, announces your name. You then proceed up the ramp so that the President can confer you with your award. As you will probably see at the time, there will be a photographer standing to my right. So when you reach the President and are conferred with your parchment, pause for a moment. Savor the moment. Look towards the photographer, smile. Big smile. This is your moment, okay? When the photograph is taken, you exit to the right. Where a graduate is unable to be present at today's ceremony, the head of department will still announce their name, and they will, noting that they are graduating in absentia. They will get their parchment later. I would now ask everyone with a mobile phone to please ensure it's either on silent or switched off now. So please check your phones. Finally, the academic procession, which consists of academic staff, governors of the university, heads of departments, deans of faculties, vice president and registrar of the university, chair of the governing body, and the president of the university, will commence very shortly. Thank you for your attention. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, please all rise if able and remain standing until all members of the academic procession are seated on the platform. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I now call on our ceremony chair, Dr. Brendan O'Connell, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Informatics, to commence this afternoon's conferring ceremony.
Graduates of MTU, Professor Maggie Cusack, President of MTU, members of the governing body, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this conferring ceremony at which awards of Munster Technological University will be conferred on learners of the university. Our guests on the front platform are, starting on my immediate right, Professor Maggie Cusack, President of MTU, Professor Christine Cross, Vice President, Academic Affairs and Registrar, Mr. Ray O'Connor Desmond, Head of Department of Business, Hotel, Culinary Arts and Tourism, Mr. Paul Collins, Head of Department of Creative Media and Information Technology and Computing, Dr. Eilish Broderick, Head of Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences, Mr. Seamus Murphy, Head of Department of Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, Mr. Jimmy Deanahan, Chair of the Governing Body, Dr. Noel Murray, Dean, Faculty of Business, Dr. Sean McSweeney, Dean, Faculty of Engineering. We are pleased to welcome a number of invited guests, including members of the governing body, members of the academic staff, and of the Academic Council of the University. Irimanish, Uachtaran, an Ulskol Technoliachta Namoon, an Dolav Maggie Cusack, na Vakdini of Rona, Ogmilori, na Holskol, of Wilkedon, na Vakdini Sen, Amok Aku. I now call upon Professor Maggie Cusack, President of Munster Technological University, to confer awards on the learners presented by the university for that purpose.
On behalf of Munster Technological University, I hereby formally confer awards on learners of the university who have achieved the standard for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me.
I now call upon Dr. Noel Murray, Dean, Faculty of Business, to address you.
The Faculty of Business consists of the Department of Management and Enterprise, the Department of Accounting and Information Systems, the Department of Marketing and International Business, the Department of Business Studies, the Department of Tourism and Hospitality, the Department of Hotel, Culinary Arts, Tourism, and the Department of Organisational and Professional Development. I call upon Mr. Ray O'Connor Desmond, Head of Department of Business, Hotel, Culinary Arts and Tourism, to present the graduates from this department.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the Department of Hotel, Culinary Arts and Tourism, and who are worthy of the award of Higher Certificate in Arts in Culinary Arts, Eamon Hickey. Teresa Kaczorowska. And the following students in absentia: Leo Connor, Evio Panjursan, Jacinta Sweeney, and Dylan Walsh. The Higher Certificate in Arts in Hotel Supervisory Management, Sergei Stojkovic in absentia. The Bachelor of Arts in Hotel Management, Zanda Apanite. Annie Coulson. Ryan Dunleavy. Dean Farrell. Kevin Foley. Kim Jennings. James Keegan. Patrick Julius McMahon. Keegan Sigminawa. Chido Prudence Mukambi. Catherine Ramirez Ferrero. Adriana Stojkovic. Rachel Tobin. Clara Vrlika. Danielle Zupan. The Bachelor of Arts Honours in Event Management, Charlotte Bagshaw. Brenda Giblin. Sophie Griffin. Hannah Joy. Jaden Kelleher. Kelly O'Flaherty. Roxana Pietek. The Postgraduate Certificate in Regenerative Tourism, the following students in absentia: Aoife Kelly, Rebecca Layden, Claudia Ozaleme, and Niamh Stevenson. The Postgraduate Diploma in Arts in Regenerative Tourism, in absentia: Claire Bates, Drew Duggan, Trish Fury, and Mary Murphy. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the Department of Business and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Business: Deirdre Burke. The following students in absentia: Cora Coffey, Keith Evans, Marie Husarova, Gerard McCarthy. Dominic Maloney. The following students in absentia: Dara Moriarty, Andrew Purcell, Cyprian Rambold. Maria Mai Sai Tang Charlo. In absentia, Pierce Wig. The Bachelor of Business Honours, in absentia, Hassan Bitar, Trevor Christie, and Alicia Cossa. Sarah Daly. Jennifer Deasy. Emma Dillon. Maxim Juriak. Oliana Havrina. In absentia, Michael Horobin and Pavlo Kravchenko. Andrew Lowen. Aaron Lynch. Tomas Lynch. Owen McCarthy in absentia. Mark Mead. Alton Naziri. Laura O'Connor. Damien O'Halloran. Oren O'Hare-Barry. Bernice O'Shea. Rory O'Shea. Colin O'Sullivan. Connor O'Sullivan. Aidan Pearson in absentia. And Maria Sandoval in absentia. Tiernan Roherty. Kastiana Sivak. The following students in absentia: Elias Tayar and Rami Taitgat. Adam Walsh. And Keegan Wolk in absentia. The Master of Science in FinTech Innovation, Taya Adeyemi, in absentia. Olatin Bosan Ayedun. Jasmine Anderson. Katamat Bebswat. Kevin Coleman. Ahmed Abouelkar. David Milne. Doctor of Philosophy by Research, Monica Dukarska. Monica's thesis was an exploration of the facilitator's perspective of their role in the innovation process in the SME context. Supervisors, Dr. Breda Dwyer, Professor Pádraig McGowan. Monica's research investigated the facilitator's perspective of their role in the innovation process in the small and medium-sized enterprise SME context. While facilitation is widely recognised as a key enabler of innovation in sectors such as healthcare and organisational change, implementation in large corporations, limited research explores how facilitators perceive, structure and enable innovation in the SME context. These organisations are often constrained by limited resources, informal processes and fragmented networks. Monica's study addressed this gap by proposing the empirical SME innovation facilitator framework, presenting the facilitator as a multidimensional actor in an open innovation process in the SME context. Drawing on the theories of effectuation, open innovation and networks, this research adopted a qualitative multi-method approach combining mind mapping, Lego series play and narrative inquiry. By centering the facilitator's voice, Monica's thesis positions the facilitator as an essential actor in the innovation process that empowers SME owners to navigate complexity, build strategic collaborations and achieve long-term innovation success. So, would the graduates of the Department of Business and Department of Hotel, Culinary Arts and Tourism please stand to receive their ovation? This concludes the graduates from the Department of Business and the Department of Hotel, Culinary Arts and Tourism.
So the Faculty of Creative Performing Arts and Media consists of the Department of Creative Media and Information Technology. I call upon Mr. Paul Collins, Head of Department of Creative Media and Information Technology, to present the graduates from this department.
President, I present to you the following graduates who have successfully completed programmes in the Department of Creative Media and Information Technology and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Arts in Animation, Visual Effects and Motion Design, Sean Murray in absentia, Michelle O'Hanlon. Padraig O'Sullivan. The Bachelor of Arts Honours in Animation, Visual Effects and Motion Design, Roland Agoluna. Adrian Astolas. Novalie Bruno in absentia. Olive Maeve Denning in absentia. Ethan Reese Evans in absentia. Yakira Shaya Miriam Gassner in absentia. Naomi Golanowski in absentia. Nicolina Guzijan in absentia. Yafa Hosseini in absentia. Cathal Kelly. Carol Cordis. Yamna Majbour in absentia. Matthew Maloney. Carly Quinlivan. Roisin Riley. Brienne Rivard in absentia. Kirsten Grace Rogers in absentia. Natalia Stewart in absentia. Abigail Tibor in absentia. Michaela Traynor in absentia. Bachelor of Arts in TV, Radio and New Media, Michael John Brosnan in absentia. Bachelor of Arts Honours in TV, Radio and New Media, Caitlin Cahalan. Benjamin Cusson. Ethan Grant Fremantle. Connor Hogan. David Jordan Banks. Sarah MacDonald. David Moriarty. And Owen O'Connell. Would the graduates of the Department of Creative Media and Information Technology please stand to receive their ovation. This concludes the graduates from the Department of Creative Media and Information Technology.
The Faculty of Science and Informatics consists of the Department of Computing and the Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences, the Department of Biological Sciences, the Department of Physical Sciences, the Department of Computing, the Department of Computer Science, and the Department of Mathematics. I call upon Mr. Paul Collins, Head of the Department of Computing, to present the graduates from this department.
President, I present to you the following graduates who have successfully completed programs in the Department of Computing and who are worthy of the award of Higher Certificate in Science and Computer Systems and Networking, Emilia Rapalska in absentia, Niall Toomey in absentia, Bachelor of Science in Computing, Computer Systems and Networking, Calum O'Sullivan. Alexander Stefanshin in absentia, Kevin Tomko. Bachelor of Science in Computing, Yunus Barudi. Eleonora Blasho in absentia, Roman Hanatishin. Anna Covaleno. Susanna Lysenko in absentia, Emanuela Nayameke. Jason O'Connor in absentia. The Bachelor of Science in Computing with Software Development, Nazim Alpine Akakaya in absentia. George Fotabong. Shane Howe in absentia. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing, Alexandra Buchholz. Billy Ellsbury. Luke Foley. Ruanel Guardiano. Danilo Kolklov. Alan Lingman. Kyla Impima. Liam O'Connor Cullum. Adam O'Mahony. Dara Quinn. Jakub Straszewski. Dylan Swift. the Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing with Software Development, Conor Dawson. Daniel Jameson. Pavel Kaminsky. Ming Zhuang Liang. Han Lim Oh. Mun Li Pan. Michelle Quirk. A Master of Science by Research, Sinead Casey, in absentia. Sinead's thesis was an ontology-based system for cancer disease knowledge mining, and her supervisors were Dr. Andrew Shields and Dr. Pat Doody. Would the graduates of the Department of Computing please stand to receive their ovation? And this concludes the graduates from the Department of Computing.
I call upon Dr. Eilish Broderick, Head of Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences, to present the graduates from this department.
President, I present to you the following graduates who have successfully completed programmes in the Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences and who are worthy of the award. Higher Certificate in Science in Biological and Environmental Studies, Ilan Bartlema. In absentia. Melania Donover Keane, in absentia. Fiona Gillespie, in absentia. Alberta Kanaskopova, in absentia. Jeremias Ramez, in absentia. Bachelor of Science Honours in Wildlife Biology, Ciara Cahill. Benjamin Clark. Emer Dillon. Hannah Goodwin. Emma Kelly. Jennifer Kelly. Kayleen Lashang. Amy O'Moriarty. Elaine Murphy. Brenda O'Sullivan. Eleanor Palmer. Catherine Power. Nathan Shiel. Brandon Smullen. Thomas Shalaga. Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Science. Cathal Crowley in absentia. Amanda Helen. Jack McCarthy in absentia. Keely McGann. Denise Moran in absentia. Elizabeth O'Connor in absentia. Sean O'Sullivan. Claire Power. Bachelor of Science Honours in Agricultural Science, Thaig Bradrick. Daniel Coakley. Mason Courtney. Kira Doody. Orla May Duggan. Leah Foley. Hazel McCarthy. Matthew New. Austin O'Brien. Danielle O'Brien. Megan O'Brien. Daniel O'Connell. Sean O'Connor. Emer O'Malley. Emma O'Sullivan. Colm Roach. Dean Rusk. Mary Ryan. Dara Waters. Emma Whelan. Higher Certificate in Science in Animal Science, Lance O'Connor. Bachelor of Science in Animal Bioscience, Mairead Lucknan in absentia. Jessica Young. Bachelor of Science Honours in Veterinary Bioscience, Kevin Aylward. Sandra Cabello Lopez. Amy Chen. Oisin Coleman. Hannah Dempsey. Tim Donovan. Sarah Enright. Callie Harper. Maria Hayes Warland. Christian Kali. Erica Kavanagh. Anne-Marie Lockery. Alison McCarthy. Aoife McCarthy. Megan Nolan. Kimberly O'Brien. Sarah Ryan. Michelle Scott. Bridget Shanahan. Chloe O'Sullivan. Higher Certificate in Science, Pharmacy Technician. Aurelia Bakulaba. Anne Brick in absentia. Lucy Cahill. Ava Cronin. Emma Cronin. Caitlin Crowley. Sithimbul Doob. Yema Dunn, in absentia. Siobhan Flahiv. Maud Gorman O'Brien. Moraid Gearan. Lucy Geary. Amy Hallisey. Amy Killeen, in absentia. Alison Marsden. Holly Marsden. Julie McCarthy. Eve Moynihan. Nicole O'Doherty. Grace O'Leary. Tegan O'Sullivan. Jessica Oak. Dilav Omer in absentia. Araso Jennifer Oni. Fiona Purcell. Claudia Resnick. Somya Shamari. Karima Sultan in absentia. Charlie Williams. Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy Management and Practice. Celine Adam in absentia. Emer Callahan in absentia. Abby Carl in absentia. Angela Costello. Rebecca Curtin. Grace Doyle. Aracita Hillard. Arjant Hoxha in absentia. Lauren Hurley. Bernie Kelly. Aaron Lawler. Marie Maloney. Marcella Moynihan Cronin. Michelle Mulvihill. Hannah Murphy in absentia. Regina O'Connor in absentia. Anne O'Donnell. Jane O'Sullivan. Leanne Sheehan. Saoirse Sheehy. Chelsea Sunderland. Denise Toomey. Dawn Tynan. Tina Walker. Dervla Walsh. Sheila Walsh. Higher Certificate in Science in Pharmaceutical Science. Thea Leniston in abstentia, Sean O'Mahony in abstentia, and Barham Rainey in abstentia. Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Science, Lee Ward Wright. Sean Weiss in abstentia. Bachelor of Science Honours in Pharmaceutical Science, Olyuki Dario. Mohammed Hayat. Hugh Pin Liu. Morris O'Sullivan. Oisin Quirk. Postgraduate Diploma in Science in Innovative and Sustainable Agriculture, Daniel Cahill in abstentia. Kagatai Kam. Anne Falvey. Teresa Hamill in abstentia. Clodagh Helen in abstentia. Martina Murphy Casey. Sheena Murphy. TJ Phelan in abstentia. Sorry. What's his name? Master of Science. Master of Science in Innovative and Sustainable Agriculture, Howard Cross. Alan Falvey. Chloe Keane in abstentia. Brian McKenna. Hugh O'Connor. Niall O'Connor. Roisin O'Donnell in abstentia. Chloe O'Neill. Liam Whitford. Would the graduates of the Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences please stand to receive their ovation? I call on the President of the University, Professor Maggie Cusack, to initiate the procedure for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences.
On behalf of Munster Technological University, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Ian Hodge, Arno Marisa, Wisdom Yvshoyan Shadrach, Luca Lot Van Dyke.
I have the honour to present Ian Hodge for the admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Shane O'Connell and Dr. Tim Yeomans and Dr. Patrick Quill had the privilege of being Ian Hodge's supervisors. The title of Ian's thesis is Investigating Essential Oils, Natural Compounds and Marine-Based Rumen Buffers as Feed Additives for Enteric Methane Mitigation and Improved Ruminant Productivity. Ian's work involved investigating ruminant dietary additives for enteric methane mitigation and their effects on rumen fermentation characteristics during both in vitro and in vivo supplement trials. Ian developed an in vitro screening method to evaluate the potential of a range of feed additives from red seaweed to essential oils, utilising freshly collected rumen fluid. I have the honour to present Arnold Marisa for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Niall Burke, Dr. Joanna Tierney had the privilege of being supervisors. The title of Arnold's thesis is Characterization of Willow Bark Bioactives for Skincare Applications. BioWill was a collaborative European project focusing on creating an integrated zero-waste biorefinery, using all fractions of willow feedstock for the production of materials, biochemicals, biomethane, and natural fertilizers. As part of BioWill, Arnold's thesis examined the antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and wound-healing effects of bark extracts from a commercially relevant willow species for their potential use in skincare. I have the honour to present Wisdom Yvshoyan Shadrach for the admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Niall Burke, Dr. Joanna Tierney had the privilege of being supervisors. The title of Wisdom's thesis is Developing a Three-Dimensional In Vitro Co-Culture Vascular Model for Preclinical Testing Applications. Cardiovascular diseases account for 1/3 of the global mortality. Translational failure of preclinical testing is a key factor in limiting the approval rate of novel cardiovascular therapies, and there remains a strong need to develop more relevant laboratory testing models. Co-culturing 2 human vascular cell types on industry-relevant polymers, Wisdom's PhD research focused on developing a living laboratory replica of a blood vessel that allows physical and biological testing of medical devices. I have the honour to present Luca Lot van Dijk for the admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Garode Sears and Miss Leah Crump had the privilege of being supervisors. The title of Luca's thesis is Investigations into the Health and Welfare Aspects of Intra-Community Trade of Irish Dairy Calves. Luca's research examined the health and welfare of dairy calves experiencing long-distance transport on commercial routes from Ireland to continental Europe. Her research documented the detrimental impact these journeys have on dairy calves. It identified the prolonged fasting during transport impacts calves more severely than the journey itself, and demonstrated that providing milk replacer during ferry transport improves calves' physiological status. The findings from Luca's research have direct relevance to future Irish and EU policy on transport. Luca was awarded the Teagasc Walsh Scholars Gold Medal for her research, the highest honour given to a postgraduate student in Teagasc Walsh Fellowship Programme. This concludes the graduates from the Department of Biological and Pharmaceutical Sciences.
I now call upon Dr. Sean McSweeney, Dean, Faculty of Engineering, to address you.
The Faculty of Engineering consists of the Department of Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, the Department of Construction, Department of Architecture, Department of Civil, Structural and Environmental Engineering, Department of Mechanical, Biomedical and Manufacturing Engineering, Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Department of Process, Energy and Transportation Engineering, Centre for Craft Studies and the National Maritime College of Ireland. I call upon Mr. Seamus Murphy, Head of the Department of Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, to present the graduates from this department.
President, I present to you the following graduates who have successfully completed programmes in the Department of Technology, Engineering and Mathematics and who are worthy of the award of Higher Certificate in Engineering and Civil and Environmental Engineering, David Sheehan, in absentia. Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Ryan Hartnett. John Macaulay. Antonio Subrias Moya. Bachelor of Science Honours in Civil Engineering, Taig Deneen. Cian Godley. Brian Griffin. Rhonda Kakande. Zigamantis Kilichka. Austin Kigozi. Leah Linehan. Elena Melo Silva. James O'Callaghan. Sean O'Leary in absentia. Bachelor of Engineering in Agricultural Engineering, Brian Desmond and Peter Reid in absentia. Bachelor of Science Honours in Agricultural Engineering, Owen Lynch in absentia. Cormac Moynihan. Shane O'Connell. Paddy Wallace. Kieran Walsh. Stephen Young. Higher Certificate in Engineering Technology, Liam Spillane. Higher Certificate in Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Kevin Lenehan, in absentia. Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronics, Powell Bednards, in absentia. Oisin Burke. John Caulfield, in absentia. Kevin Droney. Gregors Elsner, in absentia. Edward Farrell. Sean Forn. David Guilfoyle. Killian Harrington. John Hayes, in absentia. Cathal Hickey. Yuri Lizison, in absentia. Owen McMahon, in absentia. Michael McCarthy, in absentia. Mary McKeown. Shane Murphy, in absentia. Dermot O'Brien, in absentia. Donegal O'Dea, in absentia. Jack O'Driscoll, in absentia. Keane O'Grady, in absentia. David O'Halloran. David Joseph O'Halloran, in absentia. Viliages Ogorinikas, in absentia. Shane Reid, in absentia. Jack Roach, in absentia. Robertus, in absentia. David Travers. Kai Volk, in absentia. Richard Walsh. Bachelor of Engineering in Manufacturing Engineering, Sean Kingston. Louise O'Shea. Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical and Automation Engineering, Jack O'Brien. Bachelor of Science Honours in Manufacturing Engineering, Emmett Delaney. Niall Fagan. Niall Ireland. David Michno. Solas O'Halloran. Kei Fung Wang, in absentia. Emmett O'Shea. Kei Fung Wang. Bachelor of Science Honours in Integrated Manufacturing Engineering. In absentia, Robert Buggy, Sean Courtney. In absentia, Mark Cunningham, Frank Doherty, Alan French. Joseph Ford, in absentia, Philip Leahy. Elandro Galindo. Bill June in absentia. Victor Zoltka. Alan Travers. Master of Engineering, Manufacturing Engineering by Research and Thesis, Marani Askir Ali. Askir's research systematically designs, develops, evaluates and deploys a centralised edge and cloud-based monitoring and control solution for Abbey Machinery's manufacturing plant, with a primary focus on the reliability and scalability of the SCADA-based system. The framework includes the monitoring of machine parameters such as pressure, vibration, energy, and welding wire feed, as well as the control of relay devices using wireless and wired communication channels. Additionally, it involves research on the lossless data exchange in one case study and the use of edge processing to generate more metrics. Would the graduates of the Department for Technology, Engineering and Maths please stand for your ovation? This concludes the graduates from the Department of Technology, Engineering and Mathematics.
I now call on the President to commence the honorary doctorate conferring.
On behalf of Munster Technological University, I hereby confer the degree of Honorary Doctor of Economic Science on Stan McCarthy.
It is an honour to introduce Mr. Stan McCarthy to you this afternoon, to be conferred with the degree of Honorary Doctor of Economic Science, and also to welcome his sisters, Maura and Rose, here as well. A native of Ballygarden, the Spa, Tralee, Stan graduated from Tralee Regional Technical College, which was to become Tralee Institute of Technology, now Munster Technological University, with a national certificate in business studies in 1975. His early academic foundation in economics and business, which he experienced at Tralee RTC, provided the framework for a career defined by strategic acumen and global vision. Through their graduate recruitment program, Stan joined the Kerry Group in 1976. It was then referred to as Kerry Co-op Creameries, subsequently qualifying as an accountant and contributing significantly to the company's growth and international success. His early career started in earnest when he moved to Chicago in 1984 to help build Kerry's North American business, which became the hub of Kerry's global leadership in the taste and nutrition industry. Rising through the ranks, Stan became chief executive in 2008, leading the group through a decade of transformative expansion and international growth. Under his stewardship as CEO, Stan revamped its corporate governance and transformed its board of directors. He reorganized the company from a wide-ranging set of independent food businesses to a single operating model while driving organic and inorganic growth, including more than 100 acquisitions, transactions, and partnerships. Today, Kerry Group is an integrated global company and the acknowledged leader in taste and nutrition. Just to mention, when Stan took over, the share value was €13. When he left, 10 years afterwards, it was 84. So that's an indication of his leadership. Following his retirement from Kerry Group in 2017, Stan continued his contribution to Irish and international business as Director of Ryanair Holdings plc in May 2017, and taken over as non-executive chairperson of Europe's largest airline in 2020. In this role, Stan has brought the same strategic rigor, governance, and commitment to long-term economic value that has defined his entire career. Throughout his career, Stan has embodied the principles of ethical leadership, global perspective, and community engagement. His achievements have advanced not only the fortunes of the organization he has led, but also international reputation of Irish enterprise and economic excellence. Stan has always been a team player since his playing days in Gaelic football with Churchill. He believes in working with others to get to his final destination rather than going it independently himself. I think that's a very important message. He's a team player. Also, in recognition of his lifetime achievements, Stan was honoured earlier this year as the Kerry Person of the Year 2025 by the Kerry Association in New York, celebrating not only his professional accomplishments, but also his enduring connection to his community and his roots. Now it's indeed a pleasure and a privilege to invite Stan to receive his award. Thank you. So now I'll ask Stan just to address you and listen carefully. You could be the Stan McCarthy of the future. Just remember that.
Chairman Deenahan, President Cusack, I Academy, thank you very much. Truly, this is an honor. I'm humbled. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would be up here receiving such an honor. Believe me, at times, as you go through life, there are things that you think about, and this is not one of them. So I'm very grateful. What is more astounding for me here tonight is to reflect back on 50 years and to think of the changes that have taken place, the quality of the academics being taught here in the university. And all I can say is I'm so glad that I was part of it, and we should all take away as to how important it is for the generations to come. I was asked to say a few words to the students, and let me say, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is you've finished Part A and you've accomplished your academic objectives. The education doesn't stop, which is Part B. Or, as in the words of Mark Twain, don't mix up my schooling with my education. As you go through life, you will never stop educating yourself, and perhaps the greatest takeaway you can take from here is not exactly what you learn from an academic perspective, and I don't want to belittle that, but what you should take away is that I have now the ability to educate myself further down the road. On reflection, as you go through life and you become more successful, I know it's at the very early stages. You go out and you're going to search for employment and work in a career. Perhaps one of the greatest satisfactions in life is to be able to give back to the communities and the institutions that helped you got here. For me, I found it very rewarding to be able to give back to those that helped me get to where I am today. The most hated word in business for me is my career path. When I used to hear the word career path from graduates coming in, I would cringe. Not because they weren't capable people, but somehow people get misguided by the fact that there is this perfect career path that you're going to advance in life or in the professional workplace. For me, and I know for many others, and I have been surrounded by great, great people, both in Kerry, in Ryanair, or in some other boards that I serve on. The people that are more successful are the people that seize the opportunity that they weren't prepared for, or something that came up that they never felt they were suitable for. And if you think that was the case over the last 50 years, think of how it is going to be over the next 5 to 10 years with all that is happening in the world of AI and everything else. So just let me leave you with a thought from a US poet and professor who said, whatever you choose to do in life, do well. And whatever you choose to do well, do it without seeking fame. I wish you nothing but the best and good luck in life. Thank you very much.
I now call upon Professor Maggie Cusack, President of MTU, to address you.
Good afternoon, everyone, to our chair, our governors, our colleagues, all of our guests, our honorary doctor, Stan McCarthy, and of course, our class of 2025, our graduates. Congratulations on your conferring. Thank you very much, Dr. McCarthy, for that really inspiring speech, and to our chair for your kind words on MTU, and to our graduates. Dr. McCarthy, the piece about Part A and Part B is so important. We never stop learning, and we have to keep that hunger for learning. And there's one other thing I'd like to add there. When Dr. McCarthy was talking about your subject-specific skills, I'd want you to be really aware that as you're leaving us today, you leave with your subject-specific skills and your high levels of professionalism. You also have in your toolkit, you have a huge amount of transferable skills through all of the work that you've done through your studies. They may have been challenging at the time when you were doing teamwork, etc., but that really builds skills in teamworking and in resilience and adaptability. So be really aware that you have huge amounts of skills with you, those transferable skills. Dr. McCarthy was making the analogy about sports and about whatever you do well. And of course, MTU has a really proud history in sport and obviously education. And I believe without any doubt that you, the class of 2025, will indeed make your mark on the world. As our chair mentioned, at MTU we're building a university, and we're building on really strong foundations. And we're building a university that will lead regionally to be able to compete globally. And that's something that's really important. We best serve a region by having global standards and being globally competitive. Many of you, in fact all of you, I'm sure, would have seen the new building on the way in on Coon, on the way in this afternoon. This is a state-of-the-art building, and it spans almost 9,000 square meters. It's dedicated to science, technology, engineering, and maths. You're absolutely welcome to visit the building. The name's fabulous. It was named on Coon by our staff earlier this year. The name means a bay or a harbour. So that really reflects our closeness to Tralee Bay, of course. But there's another meaning there, because it also serves to remind us and to make us think of MTU as a safe harbour, a safe haven for all students and all staff, for the full diversity of humanity to feel safe and be the truest and best versions of themselves. And to our graduates, I hope that that's what you felt while you studied here with us. And we're all really proud of what you've done and what you've achieved and what you've become. For all of our staff at MTU, our lecturing staff, support staff, technical, admin, everyone here at MTU, graduation is a true highlight of the year. The excitement's palpable. Staff really look forward to it, and we look forward to being here and to celebrate all your achievements with you. We're absolutely delighted to see you succeed. We hope that you keep in touch with us, and you keep in touch with us through our alumni office. We're absolutely delighted to hear of your further successes, and we take any excuse to celebrate your successes, so please do keep in touch with us. Graduates, this is your day, and make no mistake about it. Make sure that you take a moment to really reflect and think about what personally you have achieved, and today's the really important opportunity to celebrate that. I'm sure you'd agree, though, that nobody achieves anything really without the help of others. And I've mentioned our colleagues at MTU. It's a really important opportunity for me to express my gratitude for the fact that the staff at MTU really strive to provide the best possible education for you and to make sure you have the best experience you can. So graduates, can I ask you to join with me and raise the roof for a thank you to our colleagues at MTU. Graduates, it's wonderful to see how many of your loved ones and your families and friends have joined you here in the hall. I know that many others are joining online as the ceremony is streamed, and others joining us in spirit. And from the faces that I can see from here, lots and lots of smiling faces, it's really clear that they're absolutely brimming with pride and joy and delight for all of you. And as I say, nobody gets through university on their own, and you will all know as individuals what help you will have received. There may be, help you've received in quite major things, the practicalities of student life, but often it's the little things that really make a difference. It's someone making you a cup of tea or sitting down for having a chat with you, raising your spirits and making sure that you continue to believe in yourself when things get tough. So, graduates, I'm going to ask you one more time. This is another round of applause, but this time for all your supporters and families and friends. Well done, and thank you. Graduates, you've just heard from the chair of our governing body about the really impressive resume of our Honorary Dr. Stan McCarthy. And I am so impressed by his leadership skills and his vision for innovation and entrepreneurship. So as graduates of MTU, you share in the success of our university and all our alumni. Your graduation today is a celebration of your technical qualifications. And as I mentioned earlier, during your time here at MTU, you have also acquired transferable skills. And I emphasize these because we speak very often to employers, and employers emphasize the importance of these transferable skills. And those are exactly the skills that we see exemplified by Dr. McCarthy. Skills like the ones I mentioned: teamwork, collaboration, problem solving, and critical thinking. And like Stan, the skills of leadership and innovative thinking. So those of you graduating in biological and pharmaceutical science and technology, engineering and maths, you will lead the way in STEM in the years to come, not just here in Kerry, but across the entire world. Our graduates in business and hotel, culinary arts and tourism will also be leaders of the future, particularly in critical areas like sustainability. And I was delighted to hear that this year you again took part in initiatives like the Smarter Travel Student Awards and the Dingo Regenerative Tourism Conference. Some of our computing graduates also led the way by representing MTU for the first time in the National Hackathon run by UCC chapter of the Association of Computing Machinery. And I'd also like to commend our creative media and IT graduates for your involvement in community learning in creative contexts, which helps you think about creating more inclusive and impactful learning experiences. Graduates, as you move forward into your next phase, I'd encourage you all to heed Dr. McCarthy's words. I think it's really important that you think big, and you work in the spirit of cooperation to bring about really positive impact that includes everyone. You have the qualifications to do this, and at MTU you've been encouraged to have the self-belief and the vision to achieve whatever goal you set yourself. We believe in you, and I hope you leave here today fully believing in yourself. Congratulations on your graduation and our very best wishes for the future. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
I now call upon Mr. Jimmy Deenan, Chair of MTU Governing Body, to address you.
President, governors, colleagues, graduates and friends, I'm delighted to join you this afternoon, and on behalf of MTU's governing body, I would like to congratulate you all on graduating from MTU, and I would like to recognise 3 of the Board of Governors, which is a very important part of MTU, who are here with us today. Mary Hegarty, Ursula Barrett, who's representing the staff, and Keane McGrath, the President of the Students' Union. As the class of 2025, you're the best of MTU, and we're really proud of you. This is a special day in your life, and I said to the previous graduates, savor it, celebrate it with your classmates, and more especially with your families. It is a real special day when you graduate. Some of you may graduate again, some of you may go on and do further studies, but it might be the only time you'll graduate too, until your own family will come along. So enjoy it and value it and really celebrate it. I'd like to especially congratulate Dr. Stan McCarthy on your honorary doctorate. And I just referred to him briefly. As far as I'm concerned, Dr. McCarthy is one of the most successful business leaders that Kerry has ever produced. And that's a big statement, but it's true, and he has the credentials to prove it. He displayed unique leadership qualities over the years. Under his guidance as CEO, as I said already, he made Kerry Group a global leader in the food ingredients sector. And today he chairs the board of Ryanair, Europe's biggest airline. And if you have any issues with Ryanair in the future, which I'm sure you will, you can always refer to the chairman, who is one of you. What has impressed me most was the way Stan brought a global way of working to Kerry Group and standardised its whole business and supply chain by creating the One Kerry model. And for all of you business students, you'll be reading about this in textbooks in the future. The One Kerry business model. Stan, you're an inspiration to our graduates today, and I'm sure that you'll come back in the future and just address the business commerce classes and just pass on that great message you have. And just to say briefly, Stan and I go back a long ways actually. In fact, 50 years ago this year, in 1975, I played with Kerry in an All-Ireland final, and Stan's brother Pat was our midfielder and probably won the game for us that day, no doubt influenced by Stan to some extent. They used to kick the ball around in the backyard. And also I'd like to mention one thing here. Many of the present-day Kerry team and management have roots in IT, Tralee, and now MTU, including one of the greatest Gaelic footballers ever, David Clifford. And he spent, as you know, 4 years here. And I was delighted that today that Dr. Monica Duraski was recognized with a PhD. And that took a lot of work to get to that level. And as you know, Monica was an Olympic rower and excelled in the sport. So it's a very important day for Monica. And also, she helped me in the past with fundraising for gold in Africa as well. And we have a very proud tradition in sport, and I'd like just, and the President referred to it, this hall that you're in today is called after Micheál O'Murcatig. And a lot of you would know of him from his beautiful, distinctive voice and the great broadcaster he was. And he died at about 93, but Pat McGarty here and others decided we'd call this hall after him. So it's a beautiful connection with Micheál. And also Micheál was a member of the board of the foundation that helped to fundraise for the construction of this hall we were in, the Kerry Sports Academy. I think it's worth mentioning today. And what is a coincidence, Stan was also a member of that foundation. And it's great, Stan, that you're here with us today in this building you helped create and that you have accepted our honour. When KSA opened in 2019, it was the largest sports capital project ever to have been undertaken in Kerry. And I just recognise all the people who were involved in it, the foundation chaired by an ex-colleague of mine, Dick Spring, and also Oliver Murphy and Breed McElligott, who were the real driving forces behind it, probably here on campus. It's just one of the many ways and examples of the ways that Stan has helped put Tralee and Kerry on the map, and he has had a huge positive impact on our region. Now to turn to you, our graduates, to make your mark in the world. And I'm sure you're leaving here today, as the President said, very well equipped. And you can go out there in this big world now, maybe in different parts of the world, and make your mark like Stan did in his time when he left Tralee RTC 50 years ago. You've taken one very big step on that path this afternoon with your graduation. I hope it's just the first step in a rewarding journey for you in your chosen career or postgrad education or research. You're always welcome to come back here for further studies or maybe to work in the university. And as the President said, please keep in contact, and especially keep in contact with the alumni office. You can make a contribution here in the future as well, through various ways. And don't forget that today is not just a special day for yourselves, but also for your parents and families who have supported and nurtured you through your studies to enable you to fulfill your academic potential. And I know you're all young people, but certainly the people that got you here, that brought you into the world, and that made sacrifices to get you here today in various ways, just think of them today, celebrate with them, and enjoy the day with them. Because even coming in, I met some people that I know out there, and that pride in people today with you, your parents and family and so on, was palpable. You could feel it on the way in. And that's very, very important. And look, in conclusion, you were very fortunate to have been guided through your courses, academic, practical, and other aspects of your course by dedicated, committed staff that we are very fortunate to have here in MTU Tralee. And I'm sure you'd all join with me in just acknowledging that they have played a very important part in the whole process of you graduating here today. A university is very much defined by students, but also it's very much defined by the staff that's in it. So, graduates, have a great day, enjoy it. May never happen again for some of you, but enjoy it, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Jimmy. And I'm conscious of the fact that I'm the person now standing between you and a cup of tea. On behalf of Professor Alistair Payne, Dean of Creative and Performing Arts and Media, Dr. Noel Murray, Dean of Business, Dr. Sean McSweeney, Dean of Engineering, and myself, I wish to congratulate all of our graduates on your success today. We're really, really proud of you, and it's very special for us because you're the first graduates from our respective faculties. And finally, I'd like to thank the team behind me and the team to my left, all of the staff, the academic staff, the administrative staff, the technical staff, and support staff that have worked with you through your journey here in MTU. So one final round of applause for our staff. Graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring proceedings to a close. My best wishes and thank you all. Enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you, Brendan. I'm afraid the cup of tea will have to wait 5 minutes longer. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you all please to rise if able and remain standing until the members of the academic procession have departed the auditorium. The academic procession will be led by our newly conferred PhD graduates and honorary doctorate and their supervisors. Can I ask you please to be seated for just a few more moments? I promise not to detain you much longer, but I have a number of very important announcements I just want to make. Firstly, I would like you to show your appreciation to our musicians. I am sure you will agree that their musical presentation today greatly enhanced our occasion. Well done. I would like also to offer our sincere thanks to the hardest working person on stage here today, our sign language interpreter, Catherine White. On behalf of MTU, and I believe probably and all of you today, I would like to sincerely thank all the conferring committee members, the staff of the various services at MTU who ensured through their hard work today and over the last few weeks that the conferring ceremonies were undertaken smoothly. In particular, I would like to single out one person who's running towards the door now, Martina Cullity, for all her tireless work in organising today, and in particular guiding me through this work. Martina. Martina. She's already working. Today, folks, And graduates, you may notice you're no longer graduands, you're now graduates. So this is a very special day for you. However, please do not forget the people on this side of the house, your parents, your partners, members of your family, who I no doubt have made many sacrifices over the years to ensure your success. I echo all of the contributions that have been made before on that, so I would ask you to please take a bit of time out after this for some photographs with your family or a meal later on and to spend time. The night is long, the morning, and tomorrow is even longer. You can do all your own celebrations there and then. You're all invited to the Business and IT building for light refreshments. That's across the campus. There will be plenty of opportunity there to take photographs, and professional photographers are located on the first floor of the BIT building. Now, I would ask our guests to remain seated for a few more moments while we arrange to have the newly conferred graduates to depart the auditorium row by row. Stewards then will direct the guests over to from the graduation hall over to the BIT building for the much-promised cup of tea and light refreshments. The graduates will follow you shortly once they have visited Hall C behind for a class photograph and possibly meet some staff. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your cooperation today. I hope you had and will have a very enjoyable day. Stay safe, travel safe, safe home. Gonairi and Boherlat, Slán Awalya, thank you for coming.
Oh, sorry, I bit my microphone.
Sorry, well done indeed, well done.
Oh, listen, it's different.
through? Yeah. Just from birth.